Hey girl, are your healthy habits all over the place or non-existent? Do you wish you could find true food freedom, move your body for joy, and really just talk a little nicer to yourself? If you have tried to habit hack your health, but the strategies you've tried just haven't worked for you in your busy lifestyle, then this podcast is for you. Hey, I'm Emily Nichols, habit and fitness coach, behavior change specialist, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I am here to tell you there is an easier way than what we've been taught about our health and our habits. How do I know? Well, because I've transformed my own life through habit hacking, and now my family gets the best of me, and I now help my clients do the same. I'm now going to teach you how to create healthy habits in less time, guilt-free for all seasons of your life. It's not your fault your habits haven't worked, my friend. We just have to do them differently. So, are you ready to feel empowered and transform your habits and life? Then let's do this. You're listening to episode 199 of Self-Transformed. Hey friend, welcome back to the show. I have to kind of laugh. I'm actually recording this from my phone in my car while my oldest son is finishing up a golf match. It's real life here. It's real life. You know, we were so busy last week and I had so many great feedback from you all about the Healthy Habit Reset Live. I'm so excited about the new fundamental need, and no, I'm saying just need, not all the needs, just one at a time that you're implementing over the next 21 days. And I'm super excited for everyone that's joined the 21-day habit accountability challenge. If you didn't have a chance to join before today, no worries. The only thing you missed was a bonus one-on-one call with me. You can get the challenge at any time, okay? You can go to bit.ly/habit accountability challenge. I have it linked in the show notes for you as well. Join the challenge. What I'm really excited about is being able to connect with everybody one-on-one and answer questions along the way. And we're doing that via texting or voice memoing back and forth with me and the girls doing the challenge. There's emails and there's a private podcast. Okay. There's an episode for each day of the challenge. So 21 episodes. They're super short, just to give you these extra forms of accountability, your habit tracker, so many awesome things. I can't wait to share the results that they all have after these 21 days. But actually, I'm giving them 30 days because I'm giving them a buffer because women have to do habits differently, right? Okay, so make sure to join the challenge. Like I said, you can join at any time. I'm super pumped for this. I'm always getting feedback from you all. And, I always follow up with everyone after the Healthy Habit Reset 21 days later. And a lot of times folks are like, yeah, I was able to track my new habit for a week, but then, I got sick or my kid had a crazy schedule or I had this project for work that had to take over. So this is going to help give you that accountability. It's going to be a game changer. So I'm really excited to talk about today's episode, all about routines and rhythms, or finding that flow in your life, right? What does that flow mean? Well, when we get into a state of flow, it means you're feeling productive. You're moving and grooving along with your schedule. You're still able to take care of your healthy habits while still getting all the things done you need to for work, for your family, your kids, around the home, and so on and so forth. But I don't know if you're like me. Sometimes I have squirrel brain, right? I'm working on taking podcast notes, for example. Then I get some texts from my girl group chat. And then, I have an email come through that I need to attend to. I'm getting all these different notifications going on in my head. And I feel all over the place sometimes. And then I don't feel productive. Or at the end of the day, I feel just mentally exhausted because I was all around the place. So if you are feeling that way too, this episode is for you. Our next monthly workshop is also coming up next Wednesday, the 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern. It's a live workshop I do every month around a different theme. This theme, it's the Routine and Flow Builder Workshop. So you'll get a new download from the shop with that. It's a routine builder. It'll show you how to time block and use some methods that we're going to talk about in this episode. It's linked in the show notes, but you can go to bit.ly/routine and flow. It's just a $5 workshop. Even if you can't join us live, it's great to join live because I can answer your questions in real time. But if you get it afterwards, it will go up to $17 because it will live forever in the transformation shop from there. But I'm so excited to talk about routines and building a flow together, because that's really the next step, right? Once you start establishing these routines, you already have some establishing these habits, you have these routines already set in place in your life. And it's like, okay, where do I insert these now? Where do I insert these? We learn habit stacking. We learn about triggers and cues and celebrating that. But it's like, okay, taking a look at my routines, how do I prioritize and take it next level so I don't feel squirrel brain and hot mess express all the time? Back on episode 187, it's one of our most popular episodes. My friend Ashley Brown from the Routines and Things podcast was on to talk about the difference between habits and routines. Go back and refer to that episode. I'll kind of give you a quick breakdown of it here because the word habit and routine are used a lot interchangeably, right? So let's break that down. What is the difference between a habit and routine? Well, a habit is a behavior that is repeated regularly and tends to occur subconsciously, right? It's often formed through repetition, reinforcement, #habit strategy, habit hacking, right? Once it's established, it can be hard to break, right? That can even be a positive or a bad habit that you have. Like I'm terrible at picking up my nails. It drives my husband crazy. I usually do that when I'm thinking about something really hard or feeling anxious. So, like brushing your teeth, that's a really great example of a habit that you do unconsciously. And pretty much what we do here on the show is help use habit strategy or habit hacks to establish these habits for them to become unconscious behaviors. Now, routines, on the other hand, it's a series of actions that are performed in a particular order and at a particular time. Okay. They're deliberate, intentional, and they can be used to really put structure and organization in your day, right? So think of your morning routine. Those behaviors that are back to back, those are habits, right? So think of your morning routine. I love using this example. So like I get up, I go to the bathroom, I get a shower. I get out of the shower, I do my skincare, I brush my teeth, I put my makeup on, I do my hair, then I get dressed. Those are the habits within my morning routine that I do in that order. I don't even have to think about it, right? You may do yours in a completely different order. You may go to the bathroom, you may brush your teeth, then get a shower. You may do your hair, then do your makeup, or none of the above, right? Well, I know you're brushing your teeth and taking a shower and going to the bathroom. It's just a different behavior. So habits are automatic, right? They're repeated regularly. Routines are a little bit more intentional and performed in a particular order at a particular time. Okay, so why are we talking about routines? Well, routines help you create even more discipline. It stops all of the hot mess express, multitasking, and it really helps you reach your goals with a plan. So you just don't feel so mentally and physically exhausted at the end of the day because your brain is going 1,000 miles per hour. So how do we create a routine strategy? Well, we do this through time blocking. And I've talked about this on my show. I'm going to be talking about it with a productivity expert later in July. The word productivity makes my skin crawl. Sometimes I feel like it's often, unfortunately, associated with like hustle, and I don't like that word. I don't feel like we have to hustle all the time. I feel like we need rest and calmness sometimes. And a lot of folks, when they talk about productivity, they talk about time blocking. And time blocking makes my palms sweat. It makes me really like, ugh, because in my mind, I always felt like time blocking was like, okay, 9 to 10, I'm doing my podcast, 10 to 11, I'm doing a workout, 11 to 12. And I like having structure in my day, don't get me wrong, but I don't like feeling like confined by that structure. So when we think about time blocking, I want you to think about it just in 5 areas. Let's break this down so you feel like you have more flexibility and your palms don't sweat either. So,
do you know what's in your energy drink? After coaching over 1,000+ classes, I've seen so many folks drinking so many different energy drinks. So after a workout, I personally love reaching for a Fit Aid Energy. I keep my fridge stocked because my oldest son and my husband love them to fuel their workouts too. So unlike many other energy drinks, Fit Aid Energy maximizes your athletic performance by focusing on both training and recovery. Now, what I love the most is that Fit Aid is 100% naturally sweetened with no gut-killing aspartame, sucralose, and is packed with BCAAs, glucosamine, electrolytes, turmeric, omega-3s, and vitamins B, C, D3, and E. Fit Aid Energy is boosted also with 200 milligrams of clean caffeine from green tea, never the synthetic kind, so I never get that jittery feeling. And plus, it's only 15 calories per can. Love it. So there are 4 delicious flavors available. There's mango sorbet, blackberry pineapple, raspberry hibiscus, and peach mandarin. So my friends, as a listener of the podcast, you get 40% off plus free shipping on your first order of 24 cans of Fit Aid Energy at drinkfitaid.com/habit hack. That is drinkfitaid.com/habit hack. Go grab yourself some Fit Aid Energy and fuel both your training and recovery. Let's get back to the show.
There's usually, most productivity experts say there's about like 5 time blocks throughout your day. So that's early morning, mid-morning, afternoon, evening, and nighttime. You already have some routines you do in those time blocks. So early morning, mid-morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime. Okay, I'll give you a second if you want to write that down. So next step is to think about a theme or a focus for each block. So an example could be self-care, like early morning is a self-care time for you, or maybe it's cooking, cleaning, connection. If it's during your work hours, maybe there's specific work themes, like you're working on a project or you're working on emails, okay? And then the next step from there is to think about your priorities. Okay, so if I have a self-care theme, my priority is walking or meditating, for example. Or maybe your evening is family theme, so it's one-on-one time with one of your kiddos. Or maybe it's that afternoon work theme, your priority is emails that are a priority that need to be sent out, right? That just gives you a little bit more clarity and structure. Now, as far as like transition time, sometimes I know you can get stuck into like a project and you just keep going and going and going. But if you have other things you have to get done, I like to set up some habit cues to give you some transition times, right? It could be as simple as actual reminders on your Google Calendar if you use an electronic calendar. Bonus habit hack, I always include like a positive affirmation on there too. It just helps you set you up. Maybe it's a location change. Maybe it's listening to music or listening to a podcast, or like a mini reset of your area, like clearing your area. Okay. So these transition cues can really just help you stay on track a little bit more with your schedule and make the most of your time blocking routine. But you can kind of experiment with these different strategies to see what works best for you. We're going to dig deeper into this together on the Routine and Flow Builder workshop on the 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, join us live. I have it linked in the show notes. It is at bit.ly/routine and flow. I love that word, flow. And that's where we're trying to get you, right? We're going to dig deeper into this in this workshop. You can join us live or catch the replay. But routine strategy is the next level to habit strategy, okay? It's logistically, you have to have a plan and be intentional with your time, and time blocking is going to help you do that. I so wholeheartedly believe in this, that everyone that does my Healthy Habits Accelerator bundle, where you do the food freedom, mindset, and movement accelerators all together, you get the private podcast, they actually get this Routine and Flow Builder workshop as a bonus workshop. Okay. And of course, we want you to take action. So I actually have a time blocking routine builder download that comes with this. It will be available in the shop after the workshop goes live, but make sure to just join us. It's like $5, right? I think it's important that you show up for yourself. I think it's important that you take action and be intentional, and taking the habits that you have been learning together on Self-Transformed, or if you did the reset, or if you're in any of my accelerators, and taking it next level into your routines is going to be transformative for you, my friend. So, hey, shout out to all my girlies doing the 21-day Habit Accountability Challenge. I'll have it linked in the show notes forever and always. So join us at any time, friends. I love it because I'm able to connect with you all via texting and email. That way you're not doing it alone. I can't tell you how many times I've invested in a challenge or a course and then I didn't do it because I didn't have that accountability. So I'm going to give it to you, girl. We're going to have it together. I'm doing my own challenge over the next month where I am incorporating more walking into my daily life because it's nicer outside. I'm getting a lot of vitamin D, and I'm kind of habit stacking that on top of like my kids' practices where, I'm just sitting around watching them. I might as well go walk. So habits versus routines. This is next level habit strategy. I hope to see you in that workshop, or just go back and take some notes based on what you learned today and start taking a look at your schedule. We'll dig deeper in the workshop on how to actually implement this in your schedule. Okay, gang. I'll see you later this week for Habit Hack Thursday.
Hey girl, real quick before you go, did you know I have a secret podcast where I talk all about why most habit strategies don't work for us women? Spoiler alert, it's not our fault. Visit bit.ly/atomic habits for women. It's linked in the show notes to access my secret podcast series and have your biggest aha moment about why and how women have to do habits differently. And if you love the podcast, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way more mamas can find the show. Love and appreciate you, friend. We'll see you next time.